Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Do Ministry Gaming, and today we're going to be talking about the Path of Exile Heist League mechanic. So as you play through the game, there are three items that you're going to find that are particular to the Heist League mechanic. The first are these rogue markers, which is basically the resource used for heists. The second are these contracts, or also known as heists. And the third are the blueprints, which are also known as grand heists. Now, outside of that, everything else takes place inside the rogue harbor, which you can access by using one of these rogue markers by right-clicking on it, and a portal to the rogue harbor opens. So when you enter the rogue harbor, you're going to notice a few things. The first is that there are a ton of NPCs in here related to the heist mechanic. Don't get overwhelmed though, because most of them function the same way, but they're essentially rogues that you have to bring with you on your heist. And different heists have different requirements requiring you to bring different rogues with you in order to do them. There is also an intro quest that you have to do that requires you to talk to everybody. So go ahead and do that. You only have to do it once. Otherwise, there is a different way you can manage your rogues, which I'll talk about later in the video. So once you've completed your intro quest, you should also receive an intro contract or heist to run. All you have to do is come to Adia, click Prepare Heist, and put the contract in, and this screen is going to pop up. Now, the details at the top don't really matter, but the team members do. So in this case, this contract requires agility level 1, and it tells you right here also agility level 1. You need to click the icon and select the NPC that you want to bring with you that has at least agility level 1. In my case, I only have Karst right now, but when you unlock more NPCs and level up your other NPCs further, you can have multiple options that have agility level 1, and you can bring the one that you want. And all you have to do is bring one to fill the box. And then down here is the fee. It'll cost me 308 of those rogue markers in order to run the contract. And if you have both of these, you can now sign the contract and run it. And when you do, Adia is going to open a portal to the heist. So I'm in the heist now, and there's always going to be this safe area at the beginning of it. You just have to pop into the next zone here, and you'll see the map. Now, the objective of this map is to get to the end and steal the item that is in the cabinet marked on the map here. You also notice on the map all these little chests icons along the way, and sort of these special chest icons with the typical reward icons on them that you can loot along the way. And you're also going to notice something called an alert level down here. Now, as you make your way into the map, there's going to be monsters. Killing them is not going to raise any alert level, so go ahead and kill away. But opening any of these chests with rewards in them will. So in this case, the rusted receptacle, as you can see when I highlight over it, there's a little orange indicator of where the alert level is going to get to. And when you open it, it'll go there, and then you can pick up the drops. Now, one thing to notice about the drops is that they have this little lock icon on them. And that's what's called contraband. So everything you pick up inside a heist is contraband. And what that means is if you die, all of this is going to drop onto the ground. Now, if you die on the way in, that is fine. You'll just respawn, come back into the map, and you can pick back up everything where it dropped. But if you die on the way out, that's the important part. You will drop everything and you can't come back in, and you will lose everything that you have picked up inside the map. So if you have exalted orbs or anything valuable, make sure you don't die on the way out. Now, as you go in and loot these chests, you can see my alert level is going up. When it reaches the end, you're going to enter what's called lockdown mode. And when you're in lockdown mode, there's going to be a timer where you can actually, it gives you a little bit of a small time frame where you can actually make it to the end of the map if you're close and loot the item at the end. But once that timer is up, you have to make your way out. You can't loot the item at the end anymore. So what you want to do really is make it to the end before this alert level goes to the end. So if you're kind of close to the max alert level, maybe just stop looting things or plan your looting on the way in so that you are not setting up the alert level by the time you get to the end. The other thing you're going to notice is these doors with these icons on them. This is why you brought your NPC along with you. You need them to interact with these doors in order to open them. All you have to do is click on it or press V when you're nearby, and you can see my NPC is doing his thing. There's going to be a little bar here that charges up before the door opens. All right, so I'm at the end of the map now. You can see my alert level is not at the end. I stopped looting chests before it hit the end there. And you're going to see that when I click on this, the item you're going to loot is here. But now you have to escape the facility. This is what's called lockdown mode. And the objective now is to get out alive. And like I said before, if you die on the way out, you're going to lose all of the items that you had looted because they are all contraband. And so this is the part where you make sure you don't want to die. Now you're also going to notice on the way out that anything that you had not looted is going to be covered by one of these domes and you can no longer loot them. It says the chest is locked. Now there are particular NPCs that will allow you to loot on the way out. I do not have one of them equipped right now, but if had you brought one of them with you, then you can loot on the way out. And all you have to do is make your way out. Beware of traps along the way that you require your NPC to interact with. Some of those, like the lasers I just walked by, earlier in the map, you might have saw that. Like these lasers here, they can do a lot of damage, especially if the map is a little harder. So you make sure you want to let your NPC do his thing and disable these traps before you go through them, or you can die very quickly to them. Other things you might encounter on the way out are doors that you have to open with your NPC. I didn't have any here, but usually those doors behind them are a bunch of monsters waiting for you, and that can be an easy way to die as well. Now I've made my way out now. It says contract complete. The first thing you'll notice is all of your loot is no longer contraband, so they are yours now. You may have also noticed that my NPC leveled, which I'll talk about in a little bit here. But when you go back to the Rogue Harbor, you can also sell the item that you had looted, the quest item that you had looted on the way in. And all you have to do is go to Faustus over here on the left and sell items and sell that item to him. And what he gives you back are some rogue markers. And this is a way of allowing you to sustain running heists if you can complete the heist every time. So I'm going to talk about blueprints now, or grand heists, which are basically just juiced up versions of regular heists. But there are a couple things that you need to do before you run one of these. The first is you can come over here to the left and talk to Wakano here and click on reveal blueprint details. Now, if you hover over the blueprint as I have here, you're going to notice a couple new things. One is wings revealed, escape routes revealed, and reward rooms revealed. 1 out of 3, 1 out of 6, and 3 out of 18. Basically, what you can do with the blueprint is you can reveal these things to make the maps even juicier. So when I put the map into Wakano, he's going to show you that there are these other wings that I can reveal. So I can just do this blueprint now, but it's only going to be this one wing, and each wing is basically a heist. So it's just going to be one heist. But the idea here is I can reveal additional wings and get additional heists to do. So if I look at this middle wing here, I can reveal it, but there is a cost. That first line there is 3273 in those rogue coins that I'm going to need to pay, as well as one reveal. You can see that eyeball X1. Now, Wakano gives you 9 at the beginning, but you have to earn reveals too through your NPCs and doing regular heists with your different NPCs. For example, if I did heist with Niles, I can start to build up reveals to reveal. And each one of these is going to have its cost. If I want to reveal a room on one of these wings, it's going to cost me a reveal and coins. So I'm just going to go ahead now and reveal this wing here. And as you can see, I've got a whole new wing come up. And like I say, these are separate. These are basically 2 different heists now inside your grand heist. So now you can just continue to reveal, whatever you want to run on this map. I'll just reveal this last one as a demonstration, the 3rd wing. So now I've got 3. I can see all the rewards. Escape routes allow you to escape the map early when you're running out. So, it makes it safer for you to get out of the map if you're having troubles getting out with all of your juicy loot. Now, the second thing that you need to do with these blueprints is you need to bring it over here into the middle, which is the planning room. There's a room in the middle of the map, and you need to actually confirm the plans. So now, as you can see on my blueprint, I've got the 3 wings revealed. And for each wing, you need to assign your NPCs as usual. So it's sort of in the middle wing here, I've got the 3 on the left wing assigned. In the middle wing, I've got to assign my NPCs as well. And I'll just go ahead and do that. And then on the right, I'm gonna assign my NPCs as well. And once you've done that, you can click this button down here called Confirm Plans. And you confirm plans, they'll stamp the plan, and now you can bring it over to Adia and run it like like you would a normal heist. So I'm gonna bring it over to Adia now, and instead of clicking Prepare Heist, you click Prepare Grand Heist, and you put that in. You can see your Grand Heist, and now you begin Heist. And basically, it runs, each wing runs like a regular heist. So the map is loaded now, and as you can see, there's actually 3 separate entrances now denoting 3 different wings. And like I say, each wing is now just a regular heist that you would run. Except at the end of it, we'll have different rewards, and I'll show you that when I get there. All right, so I'm at the end of the first wing here, and as you can see, the rewards are different. They're actually useful items rather than just a quest item that you can sell for rogue markers. And there's 4 or 5 different options that you can pick from, and you can only pick one. At the end of the first time that you do a blueprint as well, there's also another clickable object that unlocks the trinket slot inside your inventory, and that's this slot here, and that's what these trinkets are for. Now, these trinkets are heist specific. They give you abilities that function only in heist. For example, the one in my inventory equipped right now, you can see the bottom line there, 2% chance in heist for orbs of transmutation. It drops as orbs of chaos. So it can be very powerful. Addition to your heisting experience, you can see some of these related talismans and unique items. You can see here, find delirium orb. So there's different types of items that you can get at the end of these grand heists. Now, when I get back to the Rogue Harbor, I'll show you, but different blueprints can have different types of rewards. And one in particular, which I'll talk a little bit more about, is a replica uniques. But I'll talk about that later in the video. Right now, I'm going to grab the Find Delirium Ore because that's what I want. And then I got to escape the facility like a regular heist. All right, so those are heist and grand heist. Now I'm just going to talk about a few more things here. The first is the Rogue's Locker. This is a very convenient place for you to place all of your contracts on the left and the blueprints on the right and your rogue markers in the middle. You can actually put this in your hideout as well. So as you map and you're collecting contracts and blueprints, you can just quickly stick them into your locker without having to come to the Rogue Harbor. The other is, I mentioned that blueprints have specific rewards. You can actually see them at the top of the blueprint. So in this case, Smuggler's Den, these types of blueprints have heist target thieves, trinkets, or currency. You can see in this bunker one, enchanted armament, library, replicas, or experimented items. So library and laboratory are the ones that give those replicated uniques, replica uniques. Basically, you have to run these blueprints in order to actually have a chance to get them at the end of the grand heist. And then, you know, this blueprint, for example, has unusual gems, so a lot of the alternate quality stuff. So there's a lot of depth in the blueprints themselves in terms of what you can get. So I encourage you to go do some research after this. Look up what the specific heist uniques are, the replica uniques, the alternate quality gems, and all the different trinkets, all the different types of stuff that can drop from heists. So the last thing I'll talk about are the rogues. Like I mentioned before, you can talk to each one of them independently, or you can just push V and open up the rogue screen. Along the top here are the 9 different rogues you can get. But like I say, you don't start with all of them. You have to unlock them on the way. As you can see, there are 2 I haven't unlocked yet either. But basically the way to unlock them is to basically run heists with the other ones, and eventually they will join in the heist and kind of unlock them. The other thing to notice is down here for each one of the rogues are their abilities. For example, Karst, he's got lockpicking, perception, and agility. And the thing to note here is that different rogues have different sort of max levels. For example, Karst can only get his agility to level 2. So if you need to run a map that has level 3 plus, you're going to need to go and level a different rogue. The other thing I mentioned before is each rogue has their own perks. And you can look at each one of these to see which one fits what you like when it comes to heists. And the final thing about the rogues is that you can actually equip them with items, rogue-specific items. And these drop within the heist. I've got one here, example, Find Sensing Charm. Now you can see that this item can only be equipped by Karst or Nanette. and it requires a level 3 in perception, which neither of them have right now, so I can't actually equip it. But if I did, then I can put this item into one of their inventory slots, and it will add the effect that comes with the item, and you can equip 4 different items on each rogue. All right, that should be everything you need to know to at least get started with the Heist League mechanic. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Also stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Times are in the description below. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.